Hey guys, so I want to talk about the jailer. So I found this on Reddit, and pretty much it raises great questions. And there's a few questions that are about this guy, like, is he the jailer, or is he like, as you can see right here, this jailer looks very Titan-esque. So is this guy like the Titan keeper of the jailer? I mean, he's called the Maw Jailer, but is he like is he like the jailer of the jailer? Um, with all these chains, how it looks like he's actually bound. Does it maybe he is a prisoner himself? So does the jailer have a jailer? But now I want you to see that these two right here are in fact the same person. This concept art. Alright, so you can see right here with the pauldrons that he's got, it's the same design. You got a spike right there. You go over, you got a spike right there. You've got these little pieces coming off. Goes spiked. Got a chain down over here. Got a chain down right there. Even when you go, okay, so look, his eyebrows kind of like form into his face, and also keep in mind of the crown. So you look at that crown. You've got the crown right here, and you have these eyebrows right here that form into the face. There are his eyes, which means his eyebrows are right there. So this is not just a concept of him. No, this is the jailer. So people were like, oh, this is just a concept art. That's why it's called concept art. But no, they clearly use this design here. So then, as this says, so who this? Well, that's where I want to know. If they're trying to pass this off as the same guy, he's obviously not wearing a crown. He's obviously got no type of armor apart from down here, and it's pretty basic looking. Like I said, he is rather detailed. And even compared to our, like I said, look at the hands, how detailed they are. Look at the feet, how detailed they are. Our models, like the character models, are not even this freaking detailed. Look at this shit right here. Like, see right here, you can see like the little creases and everything in his feet. You can see the bones, like where the bones are running. Same thing with the hands. You can see right there where the bone is right here. His fingers with the like little where they bend. This model is very, very detailed. You got freaking like really, for some reason, highly detailed nipples right there. I'm thinking that, yeah, this guy is going to be huge, because if he's going to be huge, he needs to be detailed. Like, you can't be super big and have like these low res looking freaking hands, or I mean, if you're looking at his feet a lot because he's going to be so big, you can't have like these freaking ugly low poly feet. So where does he come in? Is he like a previous, like, okay, so is he like a younger version of that? Does he become the jailer because he's corrupt? Because, like I said, these two are clearly the same. There's no denying that. And when I showed you the up here, how his, you can see all this hair right here, all this flowing white hair. You can see the eyes right there, and then you see his eyebrows going in. So these two are clearly the same. I don't want anyone saying, oh, this is concept art, they didn't use this. Yeah, they did. They used it in the freaking trailer they showed us. But you have this guy whose name is the, Maw Jailer. And he must have some importance. He's got runes all over him. He's got this big old hole in his chest. They make him have some kind of crown looking portion, but it looks like it's kind of like going into his chest somehow, like it's supposed to keep his that hole open. So where does he come in? Is he a previous version of him? Is he the jailer of the jailer? Because like I said, very Titan-esque. He looks like a death version of Aman'Thul. Long gown, bearded, like a wisely old man. He's got kind of, dead colors though, since, he lives in the realm of the dead, so that would make sense. But he's very... Remember what I said about gold? Look at him. He's decked out in it as well. His chains, gold. His belt, gold. Wristbands, gold. Crown, gold. Pauldrons, gold. This guy's decked out in gold. And what did I say? Gold represents status. So he is very, very, very important. And then you see this. And he looks like... What he really looks like, he just looks like a higher res version of just a typical boss you would find in a... I mean, this is Blizzard. They go over the top with their bosses. They don't want their bosses to be generic looking. Now, maybe back in the old days, in Vanilla and BC, but then after Wrath, their bosses became very over the top looking. Like, they want you to know this is the bad guy. Not so much as BC. Like, you had Kael'thas, very elaborate. Same thing. He had gold all over him, representing his status. He has like 3 verdant orbs floating around him at all times. So we had Archimonde, we had not Manaroth, Magtheridon. So even Illidan, even though they're not particularly intricate in design, Magtheridon, Archimonde, they were big. And same thing with Archimonde. He had gold all over him. Represents status. So where's the gold being decked out there that we see in here? Personally, I prefer this jailer. He looks so cool. He looks like a jailer. He looks like he's been around since the beginning of time. This guy just, like I said, he just looks like a higher res model of like someone that we would find is like a first or second boss in a dungeon or raid. And he is incredibly detailed, but I would love to see this, like this amount of detail, but with this guy. Because, like, really, who dis? It's so, I don't know, it's so underwhelming. Like his pants, and it's like, oh yeah, let's just throw some cuffs on him. Got some blue aura, like some blue flames going on and stuff like that. But it's so underwhelming compared to what he looked like before. And this is the jailer, Maw Boss. And then under here it had like Torghast described who he was, and how Torghast is like a 40 level tower, and so you got like this ghostly fire around him, this ghostly necromantic aura thing going on, almost like a lich. He's got his long flowing white hair, shows age, decked out in gold, which represents status, because isn't the Arbiter also decked out in gold? Let me see, hang on. So yeah, you've got the Arbiter right here. As you can see, everywhere gold. So as I said, gold represents status. Now I think this is at the same area where this was taken. See, they're kind of like in a frame, a picture frame. So you got a picture frame right there, which is just a higher res version. Because same thing, this is like in a picture frame. You can see it right here. See like whatever it's sitting in front of. So it might have been taken at the same time. But you have gold, gold, gold all over. Gold, 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 gold. You can see like this little thing floating in her chest, almost like it belonged to him at some point. If they're going by this, maybe that's his heart or his soul or spirit. It kind of like maybe keeps him in check. But I would like to know why they're trying to make it seem like these two are not the same and that this is the jailer. Like I said, it's clear cut here. These two are the same person. There's no denying it. Even the frame. Look at his arms. They're somewhat muscular. I mean, but this guy is fucking ripped. Like, he is huge. But this one, he's moderately ripped. I mean, considering his job, but taking the fact that he is an old man, you know, he's gonna be a little frail looking. So he has muscle, but he's not, you know, not like this. He's not fucking swole. You know, as I said before, with the hair, how you can see his eyebrows going right there. You know, you can see the little hair right there going for this eyebrow. The hair behind him. Very thin frame. Same thing, very thin frame. Here, not so thin. Like I said, he is swole. He is buff. So it's impossible that these two are the same person. So they either got pissed off or upset that someone showed this online, and they're like, okay, well, we need to make another jailer. But then it's like, if this is the jailer, then why would they show it? You know, they can encrypt things to where we can't data mine them. So why would they allow this? If this was the jailer, why would they allow it to be data mined? So that's what I'm thinking. Before, I thought this was the jailer, but maybe this is like the jailer of the jailer, or this is like a Titan Keeper version. You know, we have the Titans. As I said, he's very Aman'Thul looking, very Titan-esque. So maybe him being a Titan, and that's like the Titan Keeper. So maybe he's the jailer of the jailer. You know, maybe he's imprisoned and he's forced to do his job, and this guy keeps him in check. So then, who would make him more? Who would be more powerful, the jailer or this guy? I mean, because you got to be pretty badass to keep this guy in check. If this is the jailer, and this is the jailer of the jailer, he has to be pretty strong, or at least given a power to, you know, keep him in check if he steps out of line. Think of like Dragon Ball with like Zeno. Zeno has the power to just erase anything from existence, but he's not very strong. You know, if you were to punch him, you probably knock his head. Like if Goku or somewhere was to punch him, probably knock his head clean off. But he has a power that makes it to where he can wipe out entire universes at a time. So I'm thinking, even if he's not physically strong against him, he might have some kind of spell or incantation or something where he can use in order to keep him in line. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Sorry, I had to say it for once. I always do it, and then I never actually finish it. So, what do you guys think? Who is this? Do you think it is the jailer? Because obviously they showed him already in a cinematic. And then we're going to see him, and it's like, okay, these two are clearly not the same. Do you think it's a corrupted version of him? Do you think it's the jailer of the jailer? Do you think, you know, maybe this is his previous form? Or, let me know what you guys think. I would really like to hear some creative ideas. Because, I mean, if there's, like I said, if they were pissed about this being shown, this is just concept art, then why would they release the model of it? So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's the jailer. It's not the jailer, even though it says Maw Jailer. I don't know. But like I said, love to know what you guys think. And also tell me, this is clearly important for the Arbiter. Maybe it gives her, since she doesn't have any eyes, maybe this allows it to peer into the soul. But do you think that belongs here? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.